Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Guys, you've heard me say it before, but persistence pays. And it takes that kind of persistence to be a successful offensive rebounder. As a fellow glass eater, I know of which I speak. Those guys that rebound effectively don't give up on it.
Here's Speedy. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. Speedy out there with Tony Allen. And it's Adams in at the center position. Fade away. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 15 points for Jeff Green.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
It's stolen by Green. He lobs it up. It's tipped. Stolen by Gay. And they're pushing it up. Gobert can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 7. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers. But in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
Speedy the pass to Randall. They kick it out to Green. Beyond the arc. Green missing again. It's good, and the Jazz leaders cut to just 7 points in the basket from Adams.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. They get Derek Favors. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, in 14-15.
And, you know, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court make Mark Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound rate of his career.
He's off on the first.
And for the Grizzlies, they had to be encouraged by Randolph's play after signing him to that extension. I mean, he'd been set back by the knee injury, but he came back in a big way.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And Randolph happy to be back in Memphis. He said, this is home. This is where I belong. And look, he's helped establish this team as a power in the Western Conference. And for me, this is the right place for him to be.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Here's Gay. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Adams, the pass to Speedy. From the wing. And a pick bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Speedy's got 10 points. Jazz leading by 7. Utah calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Gay. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks again, Doris. This is to Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 8 points.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Here's Speedy. 10 points for him. Randolph sets a screen for Allen. Adams outside. Kicks it to Green. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, I tell you what, that is a lot harder than it appears. You've got to get your body angle just right to shield you from the defense.
Gay outside. The offensive rebound. Favors. And that is good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Picked by Randolph. Speedy, the pass to Adams. Green, the screen. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Allen. Here's Speedy. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
And the first one at the line is good.
Really an extraordinary game for Silk. 15 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for Memphis. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Grizzlies trail by 12. The feed now to Randolph. The pass to Speedy. Takes a 3. Gets in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Here's Gay. Grizzlies with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Randolph. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Mitchell. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Adams, and he overshot that one, missing.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Gay against Adams. And he gets the bucket. Gay's got the lead up to 13 now for Utah.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It's been quite a game for Rudy Gay.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. The Jazz making a switch here. Hood's checked in.
Substitution for Jazz. Rodney Hood.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Here's Speedy. 13 points in the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Exum. And that one comes up a bit short. The Jazz have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Mitchell dishes to Conley. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's 8 points for Allen.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Rudy Gay playing very well. 22 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed him.
And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Jazz?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Rudy Gay.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Rodney Hood. And the Grizzlies also with a sub. Wright's checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Speedy. 13 points in the game. He kicks it to Exum. Lets the 3 fly. Conley grabs the miss.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Grizzlies have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Utah. Lyles checked in for Gay. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Memphis also making some changes. Lee comes in for Dante Exum. And it's Udrich in for Speedy. And Allen drops them both. Jazz leading by 11. Clarkson kicks to Bogdanovich. There's a screen. Five to shoot. Passes to Favors. Shoots over Adams, and they're able to recover. That drops. Lyles got 6. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Lee passes to Udrich. Wright sets a screen. And Udrich kicks to Lee. Wright sets a screen. This one for 3. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Allen. 11 points in the game.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Favors with the screen. Here's Bogdanovich, defended by Allen. The dish to Burke. Lets the three fly. The Grizzlies pull it in. And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
Players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats raking in that cash might not want to expand the court.
He dishes it to Favors. Pass to Clarkson. A three ball. They get the rebound. Feeds it to Bogdanovich. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Bogdanovich has got 9 points. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Now Udrih. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Lee. Fires for 3. The putback and finished off by Wright.
Gav, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting him get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever? I mean, I doubt we'll see them make that mistake again.
Burke dishes to Favors. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Udrih. Here's Wiles. It's rebounded by Memphis. Wright's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
Favors with the screen. Here's Wiles. He's got 6. Burke. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Burke's got 7.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now Udrih. He feeds it to Lee. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Adams with the slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Bogdanovich passes to Favors. In the corner, it's Clarkson. 11 feet away, and Wright pulls it down. Wright's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Allen. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
That free throw good from Allen. 1:04 left to play. In the third. Burke kicks to Bogdanovich. Favors with the screen. Here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded by Udrih. Favors with the screen. Right wing. Goes up the baseline. Utah gets it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Udrih for 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Utah's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Knocked away. Here's Clarkson. Pass to Favors. Gobert dishes to Bogdanovich. Gobert with a screen on Green. Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. Here's Clarkson, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. 11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Allen with it. No good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Utah leading by 5. Conley out there with Mitchell. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Gay, that's good.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside, Randolph shoots a 3. No good. And Utah the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Here's Mitchell. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Zach Randolph. Some on-the-fly coaching right there from their leader.
And that's what you got to do. Never be afraid to remind someone what their role is. And they're a lot better off because of how vocal he is.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Mitchell drops them both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Dishes it to Wright. Now here's Exum. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wright. No good on the free throw.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
That one is no good.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Left side, Randolph. Outside, Green. Exum with a wide open look. And again, Memphis no good.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Gobert. Out to Conley. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Wright. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Good. And the Jazz lead by 9.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Here's Speedy, over by Conley. Speedy, the pass to Exum. The 11-footer. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Speedy.
Utah calls timeout. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Thanks again, Doris. And Favors kicks to Conley. Back to Favors. Stolen by Randolph. Here's Speedy. He's covered by Favors. Here's Adams. Kicks to Exum. Now the pass to Speedy. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And now it's just a 4-point Jazz lead.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Gay against Green. And that one's good by Favors. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 11 rebounds. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Here's Speedy. There's the pick. The feed to Adams. And here's Exum. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Jazz leading by 6. Outside Conley. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
And that one falls for Mike Conley. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Speedy. He kicks it to Allen. Gay against Randolph. Utah with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a 10-point game.
Just an amazing game for Speedy. He has 18 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
All right now, gentlemen, two shots. Move shot.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Jazz leading by 8. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Passes it to Gay. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
The dish now to Green. Three-pointer. And again, Memphis no good. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Gay kicks to Conley. And again, it's Utah.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Speedy. Over in the corner, Green. And stolen by Favors. Up top, Gobert, defended by Allen. Mitchell, some solid defense from Randolph.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Shoots from 14, and it's in off the backboard.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Allen. Mitchell dishes to Favors. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Favors has got 4 points now in the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
So far in the game for Randolph, 8 rebounds, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
And he makes the first. And Zach Randolph drops them both. Utah leading by 10. And it's Conley penetrating. And Favors kicks to Mitchell. Gay with no one around. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Speedy the pass to Green. It's good from long range. Green's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Grizzlies. Jazz have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Here's Mitchell. He dishes it to Favors. Stolen by Randolph. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. There's the bucket. Good. That's now 22 points for Speedy.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Gay dishes to Favors. Shot on the wing. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Here's Speedy. Favors brings the double. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the high post, and another basket for Memphis.
When it rains and pours, another jump shot tickles that twine.
And this is a thunderstorm because they got it flowing right now. They are putting on a nice run.
Back to Conley. Pass to Favors. Right wing, second shot opportunity. Good on the jump shot. And it's now 22 points for Silk.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Randolph kicks to Green. And so it's Memphis with it. Randolph passes to Green. From the arc. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. They get Derek Favors. Conley dishes to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Allen. Conley into the lane. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And the wide open shot from Green. And they will call over the back on the play.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Jazz leading by 7. Now Conley. Favors with the screen. The drive by Game. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got 11 rebounds in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Here's Gay. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
Here's Speedy. Feeds to Allen. Now the pass to Speedy. Back to Allen. The rebound by Mitchell. Utah leading. Outside Conley. Puts the move on. Yes! And the foul. Randall. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. And Memphis making a change here. Lights checked in.
Mitchell. Shooting 1.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
Here's Speedy, over by Conley. Pass to right, Allen outside. Stolen by Conley. In transition, here come the Jazz. Mitchell's shot is good. 1:37 left in the game. Gay comes over with a double team. From deep, Green. That's good. Green's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Mitchell kicks to Gay. Favors with a screen on Green. The drive by Gay. He feeds it to Gobert. All sorts of time. Again, the Jazz score.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Jazz.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Silk. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Stolen by Michael Conley. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty, missing both. Hood, the pass to Burke. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Mike, when you take a look at how this team's been playing over the last several games, are you happy with the way things are gelling?
Yeah, you know, I think we're playing very well. I think we're finally getting the chemistry that we want, and everybody's just playing hard right now.
All good things contributing to victories, Mike. We appreciate it. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gay, with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied with his efforts both on offense and defense.
As slashers go, Ernie, Rudy Gay is up there with the very best. He's got freakish physical ability. You talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Rudy can soar like a ha-ha.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed 1.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.